Hello. I kind of want to have a heart-to-heart today. So this podcast is important to me. It's important to me because it's the resource that I wish I had when I first started. And there's things that I want to learn, and I want to be able to help you guys grow and bring on people that believe in sharing education and trainings and things like that as well. So I have a ton of scripts that I've written out. They're on my computer, but here's a problem. So as soon as I decided that I was going to add the video component to the podcast instead of just audio, I started delaying recording. I feel like I need the perfect circumstances. So sometimes it's like, I have to get ready. I can't show up like this. My makeup needs to be done. I need to wash my hair. And I realized this has been going on for a while and it's not fair. It's not fair to you because here I am with resources that are going to help you and advice to share and people to bring on. And I'm delaying it because I didn't do my hair today. I didn't put makeup on today, so I can't show up. Fuck that. I need to get over myself and do better for you guys. So that's something that I'm working on now. And over the past few months, I've gotten so many messages about how much you love the podcast and how much it's helped you. And you've been asking for the next episode. And I keep saying it's coming. And then I keep on procrastinating, even though they're already written. They're here. They're already written, and I just have to record them. So I just wanted to start off today by saying sorry. I am so genuinely sorry. And I want to thank you for being there for me and giving me feedback with your messages and asking questions. And today, here I am, done up or not, because you deserve this information. And I'm so sorry that I selfishly held it back from you. So for today's episode, I'm going to skip the intro completely and get right into it. And ironically, we're going to talk about 3 ways that bridal makeup artists are wasting time in their business. So I think this is something that affects all of us, whether we're bridal makeup artists or not, just wasting time in general. It's so easy to get stuck in busy work and scroll holes and things like that. And as artists, our time is everything. It's our money, it's our freedom, it's our moments with those who matter most to us. And we didn't get into this field because we wanted to spend hours slaving away on our business. We got into this because we love beauty. Yes, we're passionate about creating gorgeous looks for our clients, especially on their big day, but we still have so many other things to take care of as well. There's marketing, there's social media. We need to keep our kits clean. We have to keep our brushes washed. We need to do contracts, update our websites, emails, just being organized in general. And sometimes we find ourselves spending way too much time on the tasks that don't produce results. And when we do this long enough, it usually leaves us feeling really overwhelmed or burnt out. And I don't know about you, but for me, it results in completely shutting down. I'll grab my blanket, I'll spend a few days snuggled up in it watching Netflix and then just letting all the tasks that need to be done pile up. But those tasks that need to be done that are piling up, do we really need to do all those tasks? It is so easy to get trapped in tasks that aren't actually moving the needle forward or getting us where we want to be. I fall victim to this all of the time, and I really have to check myself. So for today, we're going to talk about 3 common time wasters and what you can do to avoid them. So first up, we're going to talk about social media and ineffective marketing efforts. So many artists are wasting their time by not having an effective marketing strategy in place. And we're going to talk about what that means in a second. Pretty much what they're doing is they're spending hours posting on social media, but they're not seeing engagement. It is not increasing the numbers of emails that are inquiring for quotes. And that's what's most important to us, right? This is usually because you're posting, but you don't have a clear brand message that relates to your future clients. So some questions you want to ask yourself before you even start posting is, who is your ideal client? Who is your ideal client? Who is that bride that you absolutely love to do? Who is that bride you absolutely love to work with? Think about your favorite client ever. How old are they? What do they look like? Where are they spending their time? What are they searching for online? And what do they need help with? Answering those questions is going to help with the language that you're going to be using in speaking to them and the type of content that you're going to be posting. Then you want to think about, why are you the perfect fit for them? What makes you different from any other makeup artist that they're coming across when they're searching online? What kind of looks do you specialize in? You need to create a strong brand presence, so it doesn't matter if you're posting 2 times a week or 7 times a week. The message is clear and the message is consistent. Your brand is clear and consistent, and it speaks to your ideal bride. I want you to be strategic in what you're posting so that it stands out to her. And remember, like, social media is for being social. The goal is not to sell your services here. I know it sounds counterproductive, but the goal on social media is to build a community. You want to share content that's valuable to your future client. And instead of spending hours scrolling through Instagram and TikTok, I want you to engage with your followers. Comment and posts that look like your potential clients. Okay, next up, where we're wasting some time, a lot of time, is admin. So there's always something to do. Answering emails, sending contracts, schedules, bookkeeping, over and over and over and over again. It is a hamster wheel that you need to get off of. These tasks are important. They are super important, but they're also eating up a ton of your free time, and they don't need to. What you need to do is either outsource or automate it as much as possible. So a lot of the questions that we get are repetitive. We're answering the same questions over and over and over again. So make sure you have the answers in a Google Doc already written out that you can copy and paste to quickly respond. Google even lets you set up templates. So you can do this in one click without even using a Google Doc. You can set up a template in your actual email account. So you just scroll to the bottom of the page and you go into templates, and then you can copy and paste that answer like just with a click of a button. The other thing you can do is set up a frequently asked question page on your website, and you can attach that to your quotes so a lot of the questions are answered right from the get-go. And if you don't have trust issues like me, you can consider hiring a virtual assistant. When I originally wrote this episode, I had just hired my first VA. They're in the Philippines. I was paying them $2.50 an hour, which is actually a really good wage. But I'm slowly weaning my way into the VA world right now. I let them go. I hired a new one. I'm now paying her $2 an hour, and she's amazing. Like, she's even better than my first one. So that's more information that we can get into for like another episode if you guys have questions about hiring a VA and things like that. But right now, what I have them doing is she's helping me with app testing. Twice a month, she'll go through both my apps, test everything to make sure it's working perfectly for you guys. She's creating slideshows for my upcoming webinars. They revamped my Pro Makeup Artist discount download with some brands that I missed. Right now, you can go and download the current version on my site. And everyone on the list will be emailed the updated version as soon as it's ready. And eventually, I'll have her trained to answer DMs. She'll be taking care of my emails and maybe, just maybe, even sending out quotes and contracts for me. But let's be real, I don't think we'll ever get to that level of trust. I mean, I hope I do, but it's a little scary. And I would love to hear if you have done this and you have someone taking care of that quotes, contracts side of things for you. I would love to hear your experience, and maybe that can help me let go of the reins a little bit more. If you are not ready to hire somebody yet, the first thing you can do is invest in a client management system. HoneyBook is super easy to set up. It's so pretty. It allows you to automate a ton of your client booking processes. And I'm working on a course, like an absolutely free course, that's going to help you get set up in HoneyBook as well. I'm switching everything over from Tave to HoneyBook right now. As soon as it's done, I'm recording the process, and then you guys will be able to go through it step by step by step and do this for yourself. If you want a code for 50% off 1 year of HoneyBook, the link is in the show notes over here. Okay, back to client management systems in general. So when a client fills out a contract form on your website, what happens is they're automatically added into your client management system. You set up your quote once, you set up your contract template, and any emails that you send out all the time. And after that, it's all plug and play. But having a client management system is great because it really streamlines your client communications. It keeps all of your quotes and contracts and invoices, all of it in one place. And you don't have to use like 10 different systems to do it all. I'm not missing messages. I'm not losing information. It is just so easy and simple. So Honeybook for all the emails, quotes, contracts, and then you already know what I'm using to go the extra mile for my clients and keep me even more organized. When a client sends inspo images, I just pop them into my Total Beauty Planner app. And often my bride will message, even before the trial, like a description of what she's looking for or things she's had done in the past that she hasn't really liked. So I'll just copy and paste it from my email right into the app on my desktop because we have a desktop version now as well. And if she shares any other details, like how her and her fiance met or her dog's name, really anything at all that I want to remember to really stand out on the wedding day or when I'm doing the services, I'll write down that in her profile as well in the app. So on the wedding day, when I'm all packed up, I'm taking that 20 minutes in my car just to sit and breathe and just listen to the silence before I start driving. I will go into the app and I'll write down any details about her look. So like things about her venue, her accessories, her wedding story, anything that really stands out to me from the time that I was doing her services. So later on, when I go to post pictures, it's really easy for me to come up with this beautiful personalized caption. I just go into the app, I grab my notes, and it's just so easy. What else for admin? Numbers. Oh my God. I don't know about you, but I hate numbers. I hate numbers. I hate accounting. I hate bookkeeping. I hate math. So what I do is I use QuickBooks for all of my expenses. I hired a bookkeeper. I pay her $60 every 3 months because I'm incorporated. So I have to file HST every quarter. Yours might be different, but it is worth every penny because I'm not doing Excel sheets. I'm not tracking anything, man. QuickBooks is doing it for me and my bookkeeper is doing it for me. QuickBooks is attached to my business banking. And like I said, I don't have to do Excel sheets or anything. Every few weeks, I go in, I just match each transaction and it's actually kind of fun. It feels like a game. And then my bookkeeper, like whatever I can't match or like doesn't make sense to me, she'll take care of the rest. If I didn't have QuickBooks and I didn't have a bookkeeper, I would be in so much trouble with the CRA because honestly, I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it until I got audited. So this has been such a help for me. I know firsthand how easy it is to get overwhelmed with the administrative side of running a business, from like keeping track of the appointments to managing finances. And it can be really hard to stay on top of everything. But the solution really, it's to create systems and processes for absolutely everything. And at first, this kind of feels like it's more work, but it's going to save you so much time and energy and brain space in the long run. Finally, let's talk about saying yes to absolutely everything. When you're first starting out, it's really tempting to take on like every single job that comes your way, but you need to be strategic. If you're not careful, you're going to find yourself overwhelmed, overworked, and resentful of the people asking you to collaborate. I've been there. I've burned bridges and burned friendships because of this, because I was saying yes to absolutely everything. And I was just not nice to be around and not nice to have conversations with. And I always felt like I was doing other people favors when really like it was a collaboration. And I didn't realize this until recently. So there's some phone calls that I'll definitely need to make and apologize and explain myself for, even though it's been years later. I'm that girl. Yeah. So instead of doing that, you want to focus on the types of clients and events that align with your brand and goals. Don't be afraid to say no if something doesn't feel like the right fit. Like going back to that example with me, I was doing a ton of music videos. They were taking up the whole day. I was helping find talent and then they would get rescheduled and it was just, music videos are not for me. And then there's another artist that got brought on later on and she was loving it. She was doing it. She was doing all of the things. She enjoyed doing it and she grew really big from that as well. But I should have said no. It just wasn't for me. It cost me a couple of friendships just because my whole personality, demeanor, and job ethic doing all of that. And I should have said no. So that took way too long to learn. But don't make that same mistake I did. Listen to your gut and do what you feel is in align with what you want, what you need. Like if you're a bridal makeup artist and you have no interest in doing like commercial work or like special effects work, then don't say yes to a special effects Halloween vampire collaboration. Because like, what is the point? Is that going to get you more bridal clients? Probably not. Maybe, but probably not. So are you better off collaborating with artists and vendors that are going to be doing more pretty glamour bridal work? I hope this episode helped you realize some ways you can free up some time in your business. And if you're listening and you learned something, send me a clock emoji on Instagram at The Bridal Beauty Business, and I would love to hear what you're going to be working on too. All of the resources I mentioned today, like links to HoneyBook and QuickBooks, and of course our app, the Total Beauty Planner, everything is in the episode show notes. And if you're multitasking right now, or you're in the car and you didn't get the chance to take notes, we've done it all for you on the episode page over at neelamkaur.com. Until next time.